Yeah. Someone at the door, John, now I'm here to stay. Tell me who the fuck gonna face the music. More brick laying, that screen time. Been cutting back on the daily usage. Long road for the road dogs, to the wind miles from the soapbox. Got BKTs on this bitch, so everybody getting rolled on, yeah. Yeah, everybody getting rolled on.
What is going on? SAMOKFIT. Checking with you guys because the door is terrific. We're back with another video. Yeah, so we're back in the gym. Completed this past weekend. The video just dropped, talking about pretty much a short day vlog just dropped, so check that out. Put a link in the description for you guys to check out if you haven't seen it yet. So we're back in the gym, and I figure I'd do a little quick recap and kind of just give some tips on how you want to navigate like post fat loss or post show. Training wise, what I typically tell like most clients is, one, don't rush to get back. I give them like a free week of training, kind of just doing whatever they want to do. Essentially this week, I'm treating this week as doing what I want to do, what I feel like, it's not too sore. And also using that almost like a deload week where I'm just going to, you know, playing with certain movements that I'm planning on adding to my training block, which starts next week. I'm going to be doing another video just talking about what my plan is, training wise, running again, and I'm going to be bringing that to you guys, just trying to see, you know, obviously stay tuned for that. And but right now I'll play with some pendulum rows, and of course sipping on that pre-workout. So we got that BPM fly going in the system. Of course, SAMOKFIT will save you 10%. Link in the description. Also, that's what we're doing. And yeah, just playing around with some movements here, focusing on the upper body. Did a little bit of legs yesterday, but nothing really to set home about. But got a couple more sets on here, and then we're gonna move on to the next movement.
All this credits on BMI, I'm just too kind to expose y'all. I see a team with the gold sign and question if y'all ever wrote songs. Our enemies, I'm not a bad study, please don't test me.
Also, I think in the previous video I mentioned how I was not doing a pendulum row just because of the systemic fatigue that might cause. But obviously because I'm not in a caloric deficit, I'm actually in maintenance right now, and I'm transitioning out of a fat loss phase, so I have a little more calories, a little more energy to manage that fatigue. That's why I'm trying to include some pendulum rows back into the movement. All right, so let's start with pros, I should say, for the show for the weekend. Overall, I like the way I looked. I think it will look good. Brought a fuller package. And the big pro for me definitely is I did the show a few years back, 2019. Came in maybe like 7 or 8 pounds heavier. It was my first test show. It was last minute decision, and it definitely showed. Apparently the shave, like I said in the last video, was good enough to win the show. But if you know me, in my inner circle, they know what kind of condition that I typically bring to the show. They're like, bro, you look like shit. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Like I'm not really proud of that win in a way, just because I wasn't happy with the way I looked. But fast forward to this weekend, love the look, love the condition, was perfectly timed right. So that's one of the pros. Another pro is the show ended a lot earlier than it did the last time I did the show. The last time I did the show, I did not get home until about midnight. So the show ran pretty fast, everything ran pretty smooth. There was no stress, no hiccups. Those are two big pros for me for the show that I thought, you know, we look good. We look really, really good. And I'm happy with the condition. I'm happy with the package. There's nothing I will change about the way we peaked for the show. Alright, let's talk about the cons. So the con for the show, obviously, because I was planning on winning overall. We did not win overall. We won a class, which is good. Another con is I think I messed up my peak. I know we brought in a condition for the beginning of the show, but I think over carbed, and I think we spilled a little bit of the nitro. I look fuller, but it could be a tad bit sharper. So a lot of times when you compete a show, you're trying to, you know, judge it or time it right, and that can definitely be a challenge to do that. And that's why you want to have a good spot, a good runner to help you in terms of making sure you're ready for the show. So I think we spilled a little bit at the night show. The biggest con that I felt, normally when I do a lot of shows I've done, you're typically on stage for quite some time. I mean, and I train for that, or I condition for that. And a lot of times when you have a lot of carbs in your system, it takes a little bit of time for you to actually start getting fuller and moving the glycogen around. And you've heard the saying, when you compete sometimes, so for some people, the longer they are on stage, the sharper, the fuller they look. I'm one of those people, and I carb up for that situation. I mean, if you guys saw the video, I've been pre-judging, we're up there for maybe 5 minutes. And so I made the comment like, wow, I mean, that was like one of the quickest pre-judging and finals and overall that I've ever been part of. And I get the idea because it's a long show until the 650 competitors and trying to rush through the whole process a little bit. But at the same time, a lot of people that have never competed before, they will love some more stage time. Personally, I would love some more stage time from at least to battle a little longer, because when I pose longer, I get better. And again, not making excuses, but I think it's a con that did not really favor well for me. And I think that might have played a little bit into the placing of the show too, which I'm not knocking or taking it from the winner by any means. D Moore deserved the win, but for me, I think we could definitely we could have been up there a lot longer. What is the plan right now in terms of nutrition? So nutrition-wise, I like where I'm at right now. The goal, pretty much, I had to give myself a day or two. I went home, hung out with the family on Easter, ate freely for the first 2 days. I'm back on plan now. So the plan, what I typically would do for this plan is, hey, have a one or 2 days of free day, depending on how long the prep was. And whatever weight that we end up at, that is what we're gonna use as a maintenance. So I'm in maintenance calories right now. Food came up, which I will talk about that in terms of like calories and things like that in another video. So food came up, got a little more energy back. Ran my first 4 miles a few days ago, which was great. Felt good to run again, easy, like 9:30 pace. Felt great. So the addition of food is helping, because my goal now is just performance, not more so an aesthetic. So yeah, I'm not saying I want to scratch an itch again sometime this year and just step on stage again, but for now, I just want to get back to training and feeling good, training, feeling energized while training. So nutrition-wise, calories back up to maintenance right now, and I'm gonna be slowly adjusting that as we go. If I think my recovery is gone to the shitter, I'm gonna adjust that. And if I think my recovery is good, I'm gonna keep that. I'm not really worried about aesthetics, I'm worried about performance. That's what my primary goal is. And that's one thing I would recommend for you guys too. If you come from a fat loss phase, shift that focus to more of a performance phase and not get so caught up on the aesthetics, because that look is not something you wanna maintain, and it's not something that's healthy for you.
Certain shit I cannot see after I saw it, I promise I let go of everything I wanted. Once you turn your back on me, I'm painting on the target, Van Gogh with the way that I brush it off. No use of breathing life
in training. What are we doing when it comes to training? Like I said earlier, normally post-show or post-fat loss phase really, I typically like for my clients to just not have any structure the first week. I tell them go into the gym, just mess around, get a pump. Don't overdo it, because at that point, just want your body to just recover and feel good. That's what I'm doing this week. And after this week, I'm just collecting some data, collecting some movements together, and design my next training program. So the following week after a show like this, you don't want to go to the gym. I know you're motivated because based on your performance, you want to do well. You cannot wait to get back into improvement season. Just chill, bro. Just chill. And get movements together, treat like a deload week or like a maintenance micro week, just to gather some data, gather some movements that you might like, that you might want to incorporate into your movement that you are doing in your next training block. And again, because you just want to not be on the structure at all, you just want to have fun. We're just working out alone, do whatever you want, and you kind of just get that feeling, or that enjoy that newfound pump from the increase in calories that you just had. And that's what I'm doing this week. Like I said, I just benched, did some pedal rows. I'm gonna go finish up with some arms and design the training program together. So moving forward, obviously, because I wanna keep running more, my training volume has definitely shifted before, meaning I'm training more. And running was pretty much non-existent from the last 6 weeks or so. But now I'm including running, averaging about I'm averaging about Now I'm including running, and I want to average about 16 to 20 miles per week. That means training volume is going to come down a little bit to make sure I'm managing that fatigue pretty well. So, but I'm going to be doing another video telling you about, you know, what my training program looks like now and how I'm managing, you know, running and strength training together to make sure I'm not running myself into the ground. This video, I'm planning on dropping 2 videos a week for you guys, and I've been consistent the last 2 weeks, and I hope to keep that going. So if you have any questions or anything that you want me to cover while we transition out of this contest prep phase, definitely include that in the description, and I'll be picking at least maybe one of those questions each week and kind of just answering like a short format video for you guys, just to keep the content coming and helping you guys achieve your goals too. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. SAMOKFIT. I appreciate everybody that tuned in for the contest prep series. It was not really a series, but the journey means a lot. So the comments, all the well wishes on Instagram, love that, appreciate that. And let's keep encouraging each other. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Bridge as we walking across it. Certain shit I cannot see after I saw it. I promise I let go of everything.